I'm going to show you guys why Alex Foxen is one of the most elite tournament poker players in the entire world. Now we're at the final table of the $25,000 WPT Global Slam in Jeju, Korea, and Alex Foxen has a staggering chip lead of 20 million. The blinds are 150k, 300k. He's in the under the gun +1 position with ace queen off and raises to 600k, which is 2 big blinds. Now we're going to see everyone one by one fold, and the reason why they're folding is yes, they might not have callable hands, but the page up increase is more than $35,000. Now we see Emilian Pitavi in the big blind with less than 3 big blinds in a stack, and he defends the big blind with 10-9 offsuit. Now the flop does not help either of them. Ace high is still in the lead, but what is Pitavi going to do? Pitavi opts to check, and Alex Foxen, let's take a pause real quick. The most logical thing to do as Alex Foxen and the chip lead from the average person point of view would be to jam any 2 cards. Why? You're isolated with the shortest stack who has only 1 big blind left in their stack. Ace queen is most of the time going to be good on this flop right now, and with Pitavi checking out of position, Alex Foxen might as well make Pitavi put all his money in, knock him out, and get that 35k page up. But that's how average poker players think. Alex Foxen actually decides to only put in 1 big blind when Emilian Pitavi has 325,000. Now, take another pause. Why would Alex Foxen only put in 1 big blind of 300,000 when Pitavi has 325k behind? And he's about to show you, and I'm going to explain to you why this play is an example of the ICM pressure awareness of the elite and the average. Now Pitavi, with 1.9 million in the middle and only 325k behind, he has the easy choice of just making the call. He just calls. He leaves 1 chip behind. 1 chip. That 1 chip. So now off to the turn they go, and Pitavi only has 25,000 behind. That's not even 1 big blind. Now Foxen is well aware of this, and the turn is the 4 of hearts. Still, it does not improve anybody. Pitavi checks again, and Foxen decides to check back. Foxen decides to check back because he already put in his mind that he is not going to put Pitavi all in for the rest of his chips. Now the river brings in the ace of clubs. Foxen is 100% confident that he has the best hand. Why isn't Foxen from his whole chip stack throw in just 1 white chip to put Pitavi all in and secure that 35k page up? Here's why. If we look here, Foxen is currently under the gun +1. That means next hand he's going to be under the gun. Okay, let's make it visual. I'll make this visual so it's easier to understand. Foxen, currently under the gun +1. Okay? Foxen is currently under the gun +1. Next hand, he's going to be first to act under the gun. But he is also the chip leader. Okay, so Foxen is going to be under the gun and first to act as the chip leader in the next hand. Here's why that's so important. With the ICM pressure so high at a final table, with the page jumps being at $35,000, everyone at the table is going to play scared. The entire table is afraid of Foxen. They would rather climb ladder by ladder and get those page jumps and only confront when they have strong hands. But Pitavi, he has the shortest stack. So everyone is waiting for Foxen to bust Pitavi to secure 35k page up. Okay? Everyone. So everyone is going to fold. Now what is Foxen going to do as the chip leader, knowing that everyone is going to fold? He is going to raise. Next hand, anything he has, deuce, 7 deuce off, he is going to raise. Why? Pitavi is going to be forced all in with his 25k, which is not even 1 big blind. If Foxen raises under the gun, everyone will see that Pitavi is forced all in. Foxen has a chance to knock him out. Boom, 35k secured. So Foxen, instead of going for that extra 25k, in his mind, he's thinking, if I raise under the gun next hand, and everyone is going to fold, knowing the ICM pressure of 35,000, right? He's going to isolate Pitavi, who only has 25k, but Pitavi can't pay the small blind. But the big blind has to pay their big blind and pay the ante. So how much is that? Big blind is 300k, and the ante is also 300k. That is that much dead money in the middle for Foxen to take. So would Foxen rather put 25k in and put Pitavi essentially all in for a stack and knock him out in that hand, or wait for that next hand and get a minimum of 600k in chips more? Sounds pretty obvious, right? Who would not go for that extra 600k more? Here's who will not. People that are in a rush to knock people out and get that page up. But Foxen knows. This is what makes Foxen one of the most elite players in the world. These subtle plays, these little plays that are often so overlooked, that most players are ignorant of, they miss picking up these extra chips when it's time to pick up those extra chips. And Foxen sees the opportunity. That's why you'll see here, Foxen decides to check back. Foxen checks back knowing that his ace is probably good. Right? Checks back knowing his aces are good, but he's fine with that. Why? Let's skip on over a little bit. Now, Patavi's all in. 0 big blinds. Look at this. 0 big blinds. 0% of all chips at the table. 8th of 8 players. Everyone knows that. Foxen knows that. Now, what do we see? Foxen under the gun. King 7 off. What is he going to do? He's going to raise. Now, what is everyone going to do? Everyone is going to fold one by one. Why? Patavi is forced all in that 35K page up without having to do anything. Just looks so juicy. But the big blind wakes up with pocket fives. Now, obviously, he's going to see a flop. Just to call the min raise of Foxen defending his big blind. So they're going to go to a flop. And Foxen flops 2 pair. And Goryachev in the big blind obviously does not like the board. All overcards to his pocket fives. And Foxen is going to isolate Patavi by putting in a bet of 600K. Now Patavi has no option since he's all in. He flops top pair. Goryachev has to let the fives go and they go to showdown. Now look at what, now I want you guys to take a look. Right here where my mouse is. That is 1.7 million in the pot. Foxen has the opportunity to collect that much more by checking back the previous hand and letting Patavi live with 25K. Now this is an example of what separates the most elite tournament poker players in the world and players who would have just threw in the white chip and forced Patavi all in. And if you guys want more videos of me breaking down these type of hands, comment down below. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.